if you're Democrats, do me a favor. Do not listen to people like Charlamagne Tha God. Okay? So Charlamagne was talking about this government shutdown, and he made a comment as relate to what Democrats should be doing. Y'all have that? Okay, play it.
You know what I don't understand, Mimi, and I don't know, maybe you can explain it to me. The health care is going to go up anyway because of the big, beautiful bill, because that didn't include the extension of the tax credits to keep the cost down. So if it's going up anyway, what's the point of Democrats taking the stand to keep the government still closed?
At this point, you're right, because the premiums, which the open enrollment started this weekend, November 1st, and so people are getting those letters in the mail. In fact, one person in Utah, a woman in Utah, she told ABC News that she opened her bill and saw that her monthly premium had already jumped from about $400 a month, Charlamagne, to over $2,000 a month. And so at this point, it's like, what's going to happen? Is it retroactive? Like, how is this going to work as we continue to go forward? So you're absolutely right.
And the premiums are set for a year. So at this point, if the premiums have already gone up, if they set for a year, at least give the people some relief and get the government back open.
Do not listen to what the hell he just said. That, to me, is beyond idiotic, because this battle that we're seeing is not solely about health care. Rebekah, I don't know what the hell that was. That was just bullshit.
Look, what I heard was an exchange of two people who don't understand how this works. So what they're talking about are the health insurance premiums that are in the marketplace. The marketplaces are the state exchanges. The state exchanges is because of Obamacare, aka the Affordable Care Act. Here's the thing. Those premiums are effective January 1, 2026. You get about 60 days notice in most states. Some states put out their new expected premiums back in October, some kind of at the end of September. But this is giving notice of, hey, if you continue at the level of health insurance plan that you have, this is what you're going to start to pay effective January 1. And so the erroneous, I mean, this isn't just misinformation here. This starts to look like this is intentional disinformation. And for the audience, disinformation is where you have bad, misleading information that's intentionally targeted to a certain demographic. The demographic here is Black voters. The reason why is the Black voters are the base of the Democratic Party. Right now, the Democrats are in lockstep saying that, no, we're not going to give you the votes that you need in order to end this government shutdown. You Republicans need to come to us and work out a deal. And so by trying to talk to Black folks, so then Black folks can then talk to Democratic members of the House and Democratic members of the Senate to get Democrats to back down. That's what Charlamagne is trying to do here. What should happen, if I was advising the Democratic Party, is tell them, hey, look, there are some Republicans who have introduced clean resolution plus extension of the health insurance credits, sorry, not health insurance credits, but some of the discounts that the government will pay. So people aren't paying those exorbitant health insurance prices starting January 1. So this is disinformation that we're seeing that Charlamagne is doing. This is not just mistaken information. This is intentional, going after Black voters.
Niambi, the reason I think it's bad advice is because when you are in political battles, you maximize your leverage. And when you are fighting on behalf of people, they understand that there are people who are not getting benefits. They know there are federal workers who are not getting their paychecks as well. But they also are dealing with an administration that's been slashing and burning and firing people indiscriminately as well. So all this is wrapped up. So what you do not do is you do not capitulate. You do not back down. You don't go, oh, well, you know what, hey, we'll just go ahead and pack it in. No. You try to get as much as you can.
Well, absolutely. And this is why Wendy Williams' sidekick should not be trusted with political information. I've long had a beef with Charlamagne, so let's just stop there. But I will say this is the exact point. This is why people need to do what it is that they do well. And when you don't understand health insurance or politics, you don't do that. You do entertainment news. Because what this is about is the fact that Republicans want those premiums to go up and want them to go up permanently. That's why we're in this shutdown fight. That's why it's protracted. It is not on Democrats to just say, well, we'll give up everything so we can just open the government, that's not going to do anything for people come January when those insurance premiums go into effect. And the reason that people have been able to enjoy health care through the Affordable Care Act exchanges has largely been because of this subsidizing. And we did it during COVID. We can continue doing it. Republicans don't want to do it because they want to transfer money to their wealthy donors in the wealthy class. That is the conversation. And if you're not having that conversation, then you're not being sincere, and you are certainly doing a disservice to the millions of listeners who come on that show. And this might be the only bit of political news they get. And some of those very same listeners are getting their insurance through these exchanges. So this is irresponsible at best. It's malfeasance at worst. And I think this is what burns me up about this kind of stuff, is because expertise has gone out the window. Good journalism has gone out the window in favor of entertainment. These are people's real lives. Charlemagne will be able to pay for insurance any day of the week. He is a wealthy man, but most people who have to rely on these exchanges will not be able to do the same if the Democrats cave in and give the Republicans what they want right now, which is to have those premiums go up and have them go up with permanently, essentially.
And when you are winning the argument, when you are controlling the narrative, Cameron, you don't just say, here you go, take it away.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I think this is politics 101. Unfortunately, like, the pain is very real across the country due to the government shutdown. The pain is very real state to state, as so many millions of people of all races are being hurt by SNAP benefits. The pain is really real for travelers who have hours and hours of waits and delays because of TSA workers and air traffic controllers are not getting paid. It is definitely impacting even my own family. My sister's a nurse in the military. She has not received her paycheck. I've got plenty of friends who are active duty who are not receiving their paychecks. But all that aside, we have complained and we have seen how Trump has slashed education budgets, slashed healthcare budgets, has done so much to eliminate tens of thousands of jobs, not just in the government, and then all the ecosystems that when those government jobs, it's not just the person in the house loses their jobs, the restaurants they go to, the child care center they could afford to used to send their kids to, and now they can't. So many other people are affected when all of these folks are losing their jobs. And Democrats, for once, have both the narrative on their side, because guess what? Republicans control the House, they control the Senate, they control the White House, and even though this is supposed to be nonpartisan, they control the Supreme Court as well. So they have all the levers of power. That it is on them to come up with something if they want to really reopen the government. But they realize that it is so untenable, especially when these ACA subsidies end at the end of the year, and they are hearing it in their districts that I can't afford a 50, 100, 150% increase in my health care. I'm going to have to come off of health care. And then hopefully I keep a job. I hope I keep my job that may be subsidized in the health care. And small businesses and large businesses are looking at to what levels they're going to fund their employees' health care because those costs are going up. So this is an opportunity where they need to do, and at the Democratic Party, and I think they've been doing a good job, they can continue to even do better and do more to educate people on exactly why the government is shut down, what they are fighting for, and what they hope to see if the Republicans are to expect any votes from Democrats to reopen the government.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase, and I'm here with a very important message. We are at a turning point in the Black community where we must have equity in the apps we use that scale to billions of dollars. But this time, we own the infrastructure, we own the culture, and we shape the future. And Fanbase is the future. Fanbase combines the free functionality of Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube into an all-in-one platform built for the evolution of social media and monetization. With over 1.4 million users, that's real proof that we are shifting the conversation of tech ownership and equity for creators. So right now, I want you to go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. The minimum to invest is $399. That gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. This marks a turning point in Black ownership of social media. If we don't take this opportunity to own social media right now, we will always be customers to our own creations. And that can't go on. So once again, go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. We must own the platforms where our voices live, our stories matter, and where our culture drives the world. Thank you.